I started these.
Hello.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Katelyn. This is my husband Austin. And if you're a returning subscriber, hello, welcome back. Today we are doing a fun video. This one is, okay, so first of all, I have just been in the mood to talk Disney. I just want to talk Disney about everything right now. And so we're going to be seeing some Disney content on the channel in the next few months, truly. So that out of the way. Today we're doing a really fun video. This is inspired and requested by Brianna. So Brianna Tata, I'll leave her video down below. She's done 2 videos, I think, of these. But her and Cory, her fiance Cory, they do this video where they talk about all their Disney favorites every year. And they just kind of go through different categories and they just say their top favorites and they rank them. They do 5 each. We're doing 3 each, and then like one thing we're doing 5. And we're ranking the resorts, not including water parks. I feel like that's
Parks.
Sorry, yeah, we're ranking the parks, but not including the water parks. We also have a crazy kitty right now. Hey, a crazy cat right now. So if you hear her in the background, she has a little bell on, she jingles, just ignore. We have an angel dog that's laying down in front of our feet, but we have a crazy cat. So anyway, we're gonna get started. We do not know each other's answers.
Nope.
So we will get started. Actually, I guess I'll share what the different categories are and then we'll jump into it. Sound good?
Are you gonna pop them up right here?
Sure. Let's see. We're gonna talk about the parks, the restaurants, the resorts, which is something I added in, quick service, snacks, rides, and randoms. So just like generic randoms. We'll get to it. We'll explain it later. But yeah, we're gonna talk about our top 3, and like these are ranked. Like you're doing this, like the first one we say, like that is your top of the top. If you need to adjust, you can. Okay, so let's get started. So first, oh, you keep looking at mine.
I'm not looking at, I'm not reading it.
Okay. So first one that we are gonna go through is the parks. So we are going to rank the parks, the 4 parks, and we're gonna rank them 1 through 4. So this is number 1. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Animal Kingdom. Okay, do you want to explain, want to elaborate a little bit?
There's like obviously all the Star Wars stuff, which is like my thing. And also just like going from, like they also have Toy Story Land, and then it's just like so cool. I find how you're in like the main part of Hollywood Studios, like down Hollywood Boulevard, and then you make your way over and then you're in Toy Story Land and all of a sudden you're a toy, and then you go into Galaxy's Edge and all of a sudden you're on like another planet, and it's just like so cool how the transitions all work in that park. And then just obviously again with the Star Wars stuff, that just like has a big like bonus for me. As we get, this one was the easiest one for me, I think, and then the other 3 were like really hard to rank. So like as we get going I'll kind of like go over that, but yeah, that's kind of my
okay, that makes sense. I put Animal Kingdom as my favorite because it has always been my favorite ever since like I was a little kid. It was always just like my favorite park. I love animals. I love the atmosphere of it. Like I just feel like Animal Kingdom is like the one park when you arrive there and you walk in, it's like truly that one that like you feel like you're walking into like something so unique and so cool. So I love that. I think Animal Kingdom has the best food on all Disney property for parks, and I also think that they have some of the best rides. Like as a whole, like I feel like they, like some parks have one really standout ride and then like the rest of the rides are decent, but like I just feel like every ride at Animal Kingdom is good. And like I will say, I know that there's like, you know, Dinoland that's like they don't really know what they're doing with it right now, so that one kind of is like, I get why people don't really rank Animal Kingdom as high, but it is my favorite, so that is why. That's my justification for it. Next, 3, 2, 1. Hollywood Studios. Okay, nice, good. I didn't think you were gonna put Animal Kingdom high. Do you have any reason?
It's like all the same kind of reasons. Like, yeah, like I really like Pandora obviously and all that kind of stuff. I really like Rafiki's, which we're gonna touch on later on. I think in one of the other categories.
Oh, I didn't think.
The Safari is like one of my favorite rides like ever, and again we might touch on that later, but there's just a lot about Animal Kingdom, how it's really cool, and like again the animals and it all, like it's just it's just so good. It's so good. I love Hollywood Studios. I feel like Hollywood Studios has really like, I feel like I've always liked Hollywood Studios, but I've never considered it like a top favorite for me.
but like it's really inched its way up in the last little while. And like just because I've been more of a Star Wars girly lately too, like I love the Star Wars aspects, I love all the things. And also with Fantasmic too, like with how they've changed Fantasmic, like all around Hollywood Studios is now officially like a full day park for me. Like I easily, if we only did like, we always do park hopper, but if we ever did like just like one day, like whatever the standard ticket, like I easily could be like, yeah, I could stay at Hollywood Studios all day and be entertained the whole time.
And like I didn't even mention either, Skyliner is like a huge thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like just having that, like that instantly makes the park better, especially for us because we always stay on Skyliner resorts.
Okay, next, ready? 3, 2, 1. Magic Kingdom. Uh-oh.
I know.
I just feel like Magic Kingdom is like the epitome of Disney World. It's like I get that it's like the busiest park, and I get that it's a little bit more like childish, but I feel like that's why I love it. I love the childlike wonder of it. And also like it's not that these are like our 2 least favorite parks. Like it's just that like you have to rank them, so you just kind of have to figure it out. But yeah, like I love Magic Kingdom. There's so much to do in Magic Kingdom. Like you can spend so much time there. I feel like it's a little bit lower for me though, just because of the food options there and the busyness of it.
So obviously we both had Epcot as last. And my thing with Epcot is like Guardians is the best ride there. But other than that, like World Showcase is really cool. I love going around World Showcase, and like other things about Epcot are like so fun and nice, but I just think like Magic Kingdom, you have like Happily Ever After, which we obviously love. You have like all like even the Halloween parties at Magic Kingdom, like I took that into account. Like the parades, like there's Tron, even like Tron's there. I know people like it's short, whatever, blah blah, but it is a really fun ride. And like so there's just so much at Magic Kingdom that I think like that one ride of Guardians, like you just can't. It can't make the jump, at least for me. And like the castle's there, like there's just so many things about Magic Kingdom. Like I don't know, I couldn't put it last. Yeah,
no, I agree. And I feel like, so like going forward then obviously like we both obviously put Epcot last. I feel like, and I've said this, I don't know if I've said this before on like a vlog or anything, but I really feel like Epcot unfortunately is like a pay to play situation. Like that's just how I feel. It's like if you really want to get the full immersiveness of Epcot and like really dive in, it's like you have to go above and beyond of what you're paying for your park ticket. Like you have to pay for food. Like I mean you have to pay for food everywhere, I know, but I feel like to really get the full capacity of half of its park, you like have to go into the pavilions and you kind of have to like buy things to experience. Like I know you can get away with not doing it, like I totally know that, but I just feel like really like that's the market towards Epcot. There's always a festival, there's always drinks to buy, there's always food to buy. Like that's the draw of it, is that you're getting authentic you know, food and drink for Epcot. And that's why I feel like it's always that one that for me that's just like, oh, like I just like if I could pick anywhere else to go, I would pick anywhere other than Epcot. But like Epcot really gave Magic Kingdom a run for its money because of Guardians.
Yeah,
truly.
Yeah, and like again, we both obviously love going, like we enjoy going to Epcot, and it's fun.
It is
like,
fun. Oh my gosh,
like,
yeah, no, Epcot's fun.
There is a lot to do in Epcot,
and
like,
check the recent vlogs. We go to Epcot a lot, and we never used to go to Epcot as much as we do now. So yeah, no, Epcot's great.
But it's just.
And again, it's not like we hate
them.
Yeah, we don't hate Epcot. It's just like you have to rank them, so we just gotta figure it out. Alright, so moving on to restaurants. So ready? This is your number one. Yeah, this is your number one, your top choice. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Sanaa. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wrote Sanaa too. I was like
as your first?
I wrote it first.
Okay.
But then I don't know. I was just thinking. I feel like Sanaa. I feel like we might have some recency bias towards Sanaa because we literally just ate there. We just ate there, and like we had a really good experience there.
Yeah.
And we were staying in Animal Kingdom Lodge, so that's also like a big negative for some people about Sanaa. Is like how difficult it is to get there, and like how far out of the way it is. But we were staying there, so like there was a lot of like things I think that it's on my list, but I just didn't want to put it first after thinking about it because of all those things. And I just like we've done Ohana a couple times, and then like what else I was gonna say about Ohana is you have like the beach outside after if that's like part of your plan, and I'm taking that as part of the experience.
Okay.
Because you're gonna go there and you're gonna have dinner and then sit on the beach, watch the fireworks, and pump the music through the speakers, like kind of everything about it. And the food is just like so good. And you get like that pineapple drink, and like
the food's very good.
You got the guy playing the music in the background.
Bro, I didn't even put Ohana on my list.
Well, there's so many restaurants.
I know, that's crazy.
But and every time we go, like I just love going there.
Yeah.
It's so much fun and so good. And
no, it's true. And I think
the Poly is so nice. Like it's so fun being in the Poly.
We've only been to Ohana twice too, right? Like we've only been twice, I think. For dinner. 2 times for dinner, once for breakfast.
Yeah.
And every time it's good. And we've had it both like we've been to Ohana 3 times for dinner and then once for breakfast. Every time we've been, it's good. And we even experienced it when they did like the limited menu because of COVID. And like even then it was good. Like I know some people were like kind of crapping on it then, but like I think it was still really good. Yeah. So the reason I put Sanaa ahead of anything else is I just think overall the experience of the food in general, the experience of the physical food was just so unique and like just something that I've never experienced before. And like I think regardless of how much of a trek it is to get out to Animal Kingdom Lodge, I think it is 1,000% worth it. I think there's other restaurants that people put higher up on lists that are at resorts that take a little bit less effort that aren't near the experience of what Sanaa gives. And I really feel like people do not talk about Sanaa enough. Like I am so thankful because that was the one that when we were going, we ate at all 3 restaurants when we were at Animal Kingdom Lodge. And I was like I was humming and hawing about if we should even go to Sanaa. And I am so thankful that we did because it like just truly was so good. We both had different things to have. The bread service was so good. Like it is so good. I'm drooling thinking. Every time I talk about Sanaa, my mouth physically waters of how good it is.
Yep.
So that is why I put it on my number 1. All right, ready? Number 2. 3, 2, 1. Narcoossee's. Okay, yeah. Narcoossee's is actually pretty funny because I feel like that's one that we've ate there twice, and I'm just a big seafood person. Like I love lobster and shrimp and fish and octopus and like everything. I love it. So Narcoossee's, if you don't know, is at the Grand Floridian. It's at like the circle building of the Grand Floridian that's kind of on the water. It's a beautiful location. Inside you basically can look out any window. Anywhere you sit, you're looking out a window onto the water, into the Magic Kingdom. It's beautiful. The food is so good there. The bread that they have at the beginning is really good. It's a good experience. It's easy to get to because it's right on the monorail. Yeah, I think it's really good. We haven't ate there in a while though, so I feel like it's one of those ones where it's like I just know it's memorable for me and I'm like, oh, it's so good. And if I could eat there every time I would, but I just like obviously you want to try other places. But yeah, I love Narcoossee's. Every time I think about the surf and turf that I had there the one time, oh my god, so good.
I'm surprised that was your number 2.
Number 2, really? Yeah. I honestly think, and Austin said this before we even started filming, he's like, I didn't do research before this, I was just going off my brain, and I was too, and I feel like I really should have researched restaurants, because there's a lot of restaurants that I like don't remember that we've even eaten at, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, that was so good. So anyway, all right, do you want to touch anything else in Sanaa, or you kind of touched on it?
No, okay. I think it's fine.
All right, number 3, ready? 3, 2, 1, California Grill. I'm kind of annoyed. I'll let you talk about it for a second.
I thought you were going to do that number 2. But
California Grill?
Yeah, like I thought that. Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised they even put it on my list because they changed their menu recently to a prefix menu. And now you can't get the same kind of stuff you get. So honestly, I don't even think it deserves to be on the list right now because I haven't eaten there since the prefix, but like looking at the menu, I'm like, I'm not really interested. I think one of the draws of California Grill before was that you had so many, like you could get sushi, you could get wood fire pizza, you could get steak, you could get seafood, you could get like so much stuff. And then on top of it, it's just like you are on the top floor of the Caribbean Beach. You're on the top floor of the Contemporary. You look over at Magic Kingdom, you get to watch the fireworks. You can go back if you had breakfast or like if you had dinner there earlier, and then you can go back to watch the fireworks. You can go out on their balcony. It's like, it's just an all around great experience. And like every time we've eaten there, the service I feel like has been top notch. Like there's some restaurants at Disney where like you'll put it's our anniversary and they don't really do anything for anything, which is never expected, but every time we've gone it's like they've had Mickey confetti on the table, or like they bring out a little cupcake or whatever. So it's like it just feels like I just feel like every time we've been there the service is outstanding and the location and like the view is just like can't be beat. Yep. So that's why I still keep it on my list, but don't quote me on the food because I don't know about the free fix menu. What are you gonna say?
Hoop-de-doo. We've talked about this many times, but Hoop-de-doo is just like, it's so much fun, and the food is like, it's nothing like too spectacular and special and like fancy, but it's good food. Like
it's like like
you get like your chicken and your potatoes and your mac and cheese and
ribs, salad,
like, all just like that
beans.
Standard kind of stuff. But it's good, and you get the show, and it's so much fun. And we always like, it just gets you in like the mood of like being at the parks, because we like to go like early in our trips. And yeah, it's just I love it so much.
I didn't put it on this list, but it might pop up later. So next is resorts. So we are just talking about resorts that we have stayed at. I have stayed at one more resort than Austin has from when I was a little girl. Not even, but anyway. I stayed at one more resort than Austin, so it might be a little bit different, our rankings, but ready? So this is number 1. 3, 2, 1. Pop Century. Okay, go, because I'll talk about it in a second.
Your favorite is Pop?
Yes, because I think that the memories attached to Pop Century, because of how many times we've stayed there, and overall, Pop is an amazing place to stay if you're going to Disney. Like if you want to just go to Disney and like you just want to experience Disney, Pop is the one that I recommend to literally anybody that asks me where should I stay, I always say Pop. The Skyliner is amazing. The rooms you typically can always get, like if you request can I get a room by the Skyliner, they're typically always going to be able to accommodate you. Like it is a big resort, so it's definitely like a far walk at some points, and like it's a value resort, so there's just like a lot of people there, and the bus stops suck.
And the pools are like very busy most of the time.
But I just feel like if you're just going to experience Disney, like
the rooms are like renovated and nice.
Yeah, exactly. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place to stay for the cheaper amount of money that you can spend to stay on Disney property to still get all the benefits. And yeah, I know I sound a little crazy by ranking a value above a deluxe, but
and like I don't think I like Animal Kingdom Lodge. Like it's just like, especially like we stayed with the Savannah View. You get the animals in the background. Like the lobby is just ridiculous. The food options there, obviously we talked about Sanaa, but so good. And I will say it's like it is out of the way, so like your bus rides are longer, but like you don't have as many people on trying to get to the buses, so that you don't have to wait like for the buses as long, so it's kind of like one of those things. But yeah, that was my number 1.
Okay, number 2. 3, 2, 1. Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Beach.
Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna touch quickly on Animal Kingdom Lodge, and then you can go into Caribbean Beach. But for Animal Kingdom Lodge, for me, I said I just didn't put it as number 1 because when we stayed there, we didn't go to the parks. Like we just did like a resort stay just for like a long weekend type of deal. But I feel like because it is so beautiful of a place to stay, I don't like, I mean, now that we're DVC members, I'm sure we're gonna stay there and go to the parks, but I just feel like if you're just like somebody who wants to stay at a deluxe resort and you're still wanting to go into the parks, I feel like maybe Animal Kingdom Lodge isn't the best option, because I feel like if you're paying the money to stay there, like especially with a Savannah View room, like take your time at the resort. Like we did the resort, like we just stayed at the resort, and it was so perfect. But that's why I just didn't put it at like that top for like a Disney resort all over, because of like if you're going to the parks, like I just like, obviously we're gonna stay there, don't quote me, because in like 4 years I'm sure we're gonna be at Animal Kingdom Lodge and going to the parks, but I just feel like if you only have the one option, if you're like, I want a deluxe resort and blah, blah, blah.
I don't know, man.
You know what I'm saying, though. Like, you get the premise of what I'm saying.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Anyway.
I just don't agree.
Okay, go. What's your number 2?
It's Caribbean Beach.
Okay,
and
go.
That probably is kind of surprising. But...
Why? Because we had a crap vacation.
Well, we were sick the whole time we were there. But I will say, like, the one negative I think about Caribbean Beach is it's so big. It's, like, massive. And if you get put on, like, the wrong side of it, you're walking forever to get to the lobby, the Skyliner, the pool, like, everything. Yeah. Well, at least the main pool.
Yeah.
But I put it above Pop only because, one, we were close to the Skyliner when we were there. And it is really nice being at, like, the hub. Because it's not that much of a difference.
Like the Skyliner hub. The
Skyliner hub.
Yeah.
It's really not that much of a difference, and it's like kind of like a...
I don't know. I think there's a pretty big difference between staying at Pop to staying at Caribbean Beach. Like, I think there's a big difference. Even Riviera,
because like it is a short trip from the Riviera to the Caribbean Beach, like to the hub. But just being able to like walk right to the hub, you go right past the Joffreys, you get like your morning coffee, jump on the Skyliner, and you're either going to Hollywood Studios or you're going to Epcot. Like it's just like that.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I was thinking too is like with the pool situation, there is the main pool and it's like really cool and whatever, but there's also like regular, just like normal like rectangle pools that have like 0 people in them all the time, and there's always one like close to your building. Yeah. So there's like those semi-private, I'll say, pools, and then there's like the main cool like themed pool. It is very far to walk to the lobby and to get like your, like if you get a resort refillable mug, like you are hauling over there to get your like morning coffee or like your like Pop, whatever. Yeah.
But they do have the little refill stations around. Like you don't have to go to the front. But we go to the front a lot because we like to pin trade. Yeah. So we like to go to the gift shop pretty often. So
like I know, like I mean I am saying like there is negatives about it, but I just think like the Skyliner station, the extra pools, because it is nice to like jump in the pool and not have like 100,000 people in there all the time. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And we love Pop. Like Pop is my number 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say number 3 is mine is Caribbean Beach.
Yeah, mine's Pop. So like, again, like we love Pop. Go across Art Animation. You kind of get like the 2 resorts in one. Like if you want to just walk across the little bridge, you still have the Skyliner. Like there is like so many advantages, and it is a value, so it's cheaper. But yeah, I don't know.
I feel like for me, I put Caribbean Beach last in my like ranking solely because when we stayed there, the rooms were not refurbished yet. So I think right now they're refurbishing. I don't know if they're refurbishing all of them or just like some of them, but when we stayed there, it's still a carpeted room, which some people I feel like get a little bit of an ick with that. And also I feel like because it's a little bit older, I felt like the air in that room was so stale compared to every other resort we've ever stayed at. Like it was just like, I just remember us waking up being like, we couldn't, like, we were like,
we also were sick.
We were sick, but truly, like the air was not ideal in there. So that is like the one thing that made me be like, because it's like the not refurbished rooms. But like, again, Caribbean Beach is great. And if you are going to stay there, if you want to stay there, I would recommend, we stayed in Jamaica. Like that was like our area. And I would highly recommend requesting Jamaica because that's the one that's right by the Skyliner. We literally like did like a little doot, and then we were like right at the Skyliner. And then you still are semi close to the main building. You still do have to walk. Do not get me wrong. Like you still have to walk. You still have to walk. But yeah, like Austin said, the small swimming pools for each, like it's crazy. And like we truly, like we were there multiple times. Like that was probably the resort that we went to the pools the most, and we literally did not go to the main pool once. We just did our little pool ourselves. The most people that were at that pool ever was like what,
3, 4?
I was gonna say maybe 6, but like maybe 4 people in the pool. Like you know what I mean? And like and we were there multiple times. Like we were there, some days we were there in the middle of the day, sometimes we were there at the end of the day. Like we were always at that pool, and like it was never busy.
The other thing too with where we stayed and being in that pool, we could see the fireworks from in the pool. And so the one night we went back early and we were in the pool, and then all of a sudden you just see the fireworks going off in the background.
Oh, above the Skyliner. Like,
Yeah,
it was like,
and it was,
we're
like,
in the pool,
really
the Skyliner's here, and then the fireworks are here, and it's like, oh, that is so cool. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Excuse me. Moving on. We're going to quick service dining. All right, ready? Number one. 3, 2, 1. Satuli
Casey's
Canteen.
Corner.
No. I just feel like Satuli Canteen, again, it is such a unique experience. And, like, it is theme park food. No, like, not theme park food at all. It is, like, so good. We go there now every time we go. Like, we eat there at least once.
Yep.
It is so good. Everything I've ever had from there is good. I even accidentally ordered the wrong thing one time, and it was still good. And, like, we always get either, like, the bao buns, or we get the bowl of, like, the rice and the noodles and, like, the meat. And oh my gosh, so good. I just drool thinking about Satuli Canteen. If I could eat at Satuli Canteen every single day, I would.
And Casey's has, like, a special place for me. Like, it's definitely not the best food. It's my chili cheese dog it's delicious. Like, I'll get it every time with the mint julep, and it's so good. And then, like, you go outside and you're sitting on Main Street, you got the guy playing the piano with all the songs, and, like, the castle's right there, everybody's walking around, like, I just love it. And then the other, like, side of it is we always get that when we wait for fireworks. So, like, we have a
Casey's,
tradition. We'll sit in our spot, and then we'll just eat our dinner, and, like, people watch and just like look at the castle and whatever. So it's more of, like, the experience, I think, for me, that I'm talking about when I, like, rank it number one. It's definitely not, like, the food. Like, strictly the menu.
Yeah, I get that for sure. Okay, ready? Number 2. 3, 2, 1.
Satuli Canteen.
Woody's lunchbox. I love Woody's. Woody's is good for breakfast. It's good for lunch. It's good for dinner. Any time of the day, you can get the tachos, and they're either a breakfast theme or a dinner theme, and oh my god, they are good. The Pop-Tart thing that they make is so good. People hate it. Like, I know it's like a thing that people hate it because it's dry. No, it is good. It is good. I could get that for every snack. Like that Pop-Tart. What's it called? What's it called? Tart box. What? I don't know. I have a seizure.
What?
Lunchbox tart. Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Anyway.
Oh, that was
it's so good. I've also, have we ever had the adult lemonade from there?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so, but I want to try it because I just feel like it's good. But it's so hot in that fucking backyard.
Whoa.
It's so hot in that backyard.
Yep.
I'm just like, I cannot have alcohol right now because I will pass away. So maybe one day we'll get the adult lemonade, but I just love Woody's Lunchbox. The only negative I have about Woody's Lunchbox, do you know what I'm going to say? Is the seating. Oh. It's so hot and it's so hard to find seating, and none of it is in shade. Like, they have little umbrellas, but like you are not in shade when you're sitting there. So that's like the only con I would feel like for Woody's Lunchbox. Yeah. You want to talk? Or are you like, you kind of talked about it?
Yeah, it's totally, like, it's good.
It's
so good.
Yeah. Highly recommend eating there. If you've never eaten at Satuli Canteen, eat there.
Yep.
Get ready, number 3. 3, 2, 1.
Woody's.
Casey's. Oh, Casey's Corner. I was like, what are you going to put number 3? Yeah, that makes sense. I was going to say the only reason, like, I put it below is, like, it's just hot dogs. Yeah. Like, you know, it's just hot dogs. I get the corn dog nuggets, and I get them with some mustard to dip in. And sometimes I spoil myself and I buy the dollar cheese. And I think for Austin, it's like, as for me, it's the same. Like, there's definitely better food out there in the parks, but I just think, like, the ritual that we have of, like, getting Casey's, getting a little spot for our fireworks. We sit. It's, like, the most relaxing part of our trip, honestly, where we get to, like, sit. People think we're crazy for sitting for, like, an hour and a half before the fireworks, but, like, I love it. I love sitting down, having a little bite to eat. We sit and we wait for our fireworks. You know, we like do our little Instagram scrolls. Like, I catch up on Instagram stories. Like, it's just like a fun little time that we have, and it's still good food. So
I did want to have a bonus mention.
I do, because I was gonna make a mention of something as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one I was thinking was Connections.
Oh my god, I forgot about Connections.
That place, see,
oh no!
I was gonna put it number 3, but the thing is that there's so much to eat in Epcot, so it's like,
But we pick Connections often.
I know we pick it, but that's the thing is like there's so many things to eat in Epcot. So like if you just want to have like a couple snacks, like you can just, there's probably a festival going on, or like there's so many places to eat there where like if you need a meal, like I would pick Connections.
Yeah.
But like if you're just kind of snacking and you have a dinner reservation later or whatever, like you're not going to go to Connections.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like those other ones you can. I know.
I literally cannot believe
I know, because you love that that salad.
So good. The General Tao salad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, so good.
So I had that one, and then the other one was Docking Bay 7 because of the Ronto Wraps.
Bro, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna put it because it's only the Ronto Wraps there. Like that's
no, Docking Bay 7 is like the actual meal.
No, like the actual inside place.
Yeah, where you sit down.
It's still quick service.
Yeah. But they have more food.
No, I know they have more.
But you would only get
the only reason I would put it is because of the Ronto Wraps. For like the other ones, it's kind of.
But I will say with Docking Bay 7, with the Ronto Wraps, you get in your meal, you get little plantain chips, and they are good. They are good.
So, anyways, those are my bonuses, which are very good.
That's so funny. Mine doesn't even match up to yours because my comment was going to be, if you've been around for a while, I have always said that Pecos Bill is one of my favorite quick service restaurants, but their quality has gone downhill, and that's why it's not on my list. And I just wanted to mention that because normally I am like preaching to the thing, get Pecos Bill, because their portions used to be where they would give you, you know, a big portion, and then you would get all your toppings yourself. You would go to the little booth and then you would, you know, dish up yourself. Now they give you the tiniest little bit of lettuce, and they give you the tiniest little bit of sour cream, and the tiniest little bit of salsa. And it's like, we used to split a fajita platter to like each other, and we were like full for the day.
Yep.
And we had it, I don't even think, did we even have it last trip? I don't think we did. I do not think we ate a Pecos Bill last trip. No, we had it
with
2 years ago.
Before.
Yeah. So when we had it then, it was kind of just like, meh. Like it was still good, but it's like, I just feel like you do not get the same value that you used to get. Like we used to really get 2 full meals out of it, and now you do not get that at all. So that's why it just wasn't on my list. But I just wanted to mention that because normally I preach to the heavens about Pecos Bill and like the value that you get, but it's not anywhere near what it used to be. Okay, next one is snacks. So I feel like I was gonna make a comment. Whatever. We'll just get into it. Okay, what's your number 1 for snacks? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Dole Whips.
Are we counting Gideon's?
We are counting Gideon's.
Okay, because I had it as like a bonus to say Gideon's because I wasn't sure if it was going to count or not.
No, it counts. So I'm going to just make a quick comment though. I think this was what I was going to say because of Gideon's. Normally, I would only consider a snack being something you can get on the Disney dining plan. But since the Disney dining plan had been gone for so long and you were kind of able to get whatever you wanted as a snack, I would consider Gideon's because the Gideon's cookie is not considered a snack on the Disney dining plan. So that is why I do agree that like I would still consider it a snack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But either, like, we can just kind of put Gideon's aside and just say, like, that's one that we both have, and then we can just do, like, actual, like, snacks.
So I gotta come up with another one? Because I have Gideon's on mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. Then we'll...
Okay.
So I have 4 now. Because that one was, like, a bonus.
I might come up... I'll see if I can come up with one, because it is...
I just wasn't sure if we were gonna count that one.
Okay, no, I definitely would. No, I'm just going to say Dole Whip because I don't care how many people say that it's overhyped. I do not think it is overhyped. I think it is the best type of snack you can get when you are having a hot day in Magic Kingdom. There's nothing like going and getting a Dole Whip. I get a classic swirl in a cup. But you can get it any type of way. You can get it with the drink. You can get just a regular Dole Whip. You can just get anything. And it is just so good. It's so refreshing. It is just like the epitome of a Disney treat to me. It's like... You know, there's little things that you can get here and there wherever you are that are like, oh, this tastes like a Dole Whip. Nothing tastes exactly like a classic Disney Dole Whip. So, I love a Dole Whip. I love a Dole Whip. What are you going to say about your Gideon's?
Oh, well, I mean, do I gotta say much
It's
about
a 1 pound cookie.
Yeah, like, you know.
That's literally the best cookie you've ever had in your life.
And... You got like the milkshakes, or not the milkshakes.
Oh
like
my god, the coffee, the cold brew.
The coffee shake, cold brew peanut butter thing.
Butter cold brew.
My goodness. Yeah, those.
It tastes like a milkshake.
Like, it's just like, it's like the best cookies ever.
Yeah, very good.
It's worth the wait.
worth the wait. Maybe
or
not
worth,
an hour.
Worth the effort.
Yeah,
Maybe I wouldn't wait like hours for it, but it's worth the effort to like go and
because you
see if you can get in and check into the line and go around Disney Springs and then go back. Like it's worth that.
You can also find the line when it's low. Like do not wait. I would not wait longer than an hour. If it was the end of my trip, I would wait an hour.
Yeah.
But if it's longer than an hour, I wouldn't wait. I would just do a lap and then I'd go back. But anyway. Okay, number 2. 3, 2, 1. Kakigori. I love a kakigori. It is shaved ice with some topping and some milk topping. And I love it. It's in the Japan Pavilion in Epcot. Again, when I am at Disney, I do not want to feel full. I want to be full, but I don't want to feel full, and I don't want to feel heavy. And I just feel like the classic go-to is just like an ice cream and just a cold, light treat. And I love a kakigori. Oh my gosh. It is so refreshing. And it's just like so good. And especially when you're walking around Epcot gets so hot and you're eating and drinking so many hot things and like heavy things, especially if you're going around like food and wine, which is when we normally go around. There's a lot of like, you know, you just had your shinken noodle in and you've had a couple beers or something. We never do that, but we get a shinken noodle in and it's like a heavy, you know, it's just nice to go get like a light bite.
Yep.
What did you say? Dole Whip?
Yep.
Same reasons, just refreshing and
classic.
Perfect. Okay, ready? Number 3. I haven't thought of another thing. Mine was a Gideon's cookie. So what's your number 3?
The cinnamon bun at Gaston's Tavern.
I knew you were going to put that in there.
Those cinnamon buns are so good.
They're the biggest cinnamon buns.
Yeah. It's such a good, like, it's huge. It's like a full-on breakfast for like 2 people if you want it to be. And they're so good.
Yeah.
We didn't get one last time.
We didn't get one. We normally get it as like a breakfast treat, but we've been really leaning towards those other things.
And then my other one, which is my bonus one now, is the chocolate covered pineapple.
Oh, and they've taken it away.
I know.
And they've taken it away. Magic Kingdom.
Well, last time we were there, it wasn't there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be there anymore. At Animal Kingdom, they used to have a skewer of a pineapple dipped in chocolate, and it was like not frozen chocolate, but like hard chocolate. Oh my gosh,
it was so good.
So good. And last time we were there, I went to the place because it's in Africa. It's the Zuri's Sweet Shops in the back of Africa, and they used to sell it there at the little like the confectionery booth, and she said they didn't have any, so I don't know if they even make them anymore.
Yep.
Which is heartbreaking. Okay, ready? We are on to rides. So I'm gonna say right now, since you had a little bonus for your snacks, I feel like there is one ride at Walt Disney World as a whole that if you're not ranking it number 1, I don't know why you're not ranking it number 1. So I just feel like I don't even like to classify it in a top rides category.
Why?
Because, like, of course it's your top favorite ride. Of course I love this ride.
Yeah, but you can't not talk about it.
But of course you love Gideon's.
Not
so then
necessarily.
can I have an honorable mention then?
Yeah.
All right, fine. Okay, so ready? What's your top ride?
3, 2, 1, Guardians.
Cosmic Rewind. There is nothing like that ride. It is so good. It is so fun. It's part of the anticipation. Every time you go on that ride, even though you know what's going to happen, no spoilers. Even though you know what's going to happen, you're still anticipating the song. And that's like part of the fun of it. And you're like, what are we gonna get? What are we gonna get?
Yep.
Ah, it's so fun.
And yeah. It's so smooth and like,
I'm curious to see how it's gonna wear with the test of time though, because you know how sometimes like when we went on Slinky Dog, but when you went on Slinky Dog for the first time, we were like, oh my gosh, this is so smooth, and now it's like
I don't know, that ride.
But because it's inside, maybe it'll be better. But no, Guardians is so good. It's beautiful. If you are prone to motion sickness, I would still say try it. Like, just try it, because I feel like it's so smooth. And don't be looking everywhere. Don't be doing one of these. Like, just
the way
that the coaster goes, just look straight. Like, just let the coaster tell you where to look. Do not be looking all around. That's what's going to make you feel freaking crazy, I think. But yeah, Cosmic Rewind, perfection. Okay, ready? Number 2. 3, 2, 1.
Rise.
Flight of Passage. Wait. Yeah, I did put flight of passage. I'm like, wait, did I put that?
Rise of the Resistance, Star Wars, back to my Star Wars train. It is a full-on experience from the second you get in the queue.
Why did I put Flight of Passage number 2?
I have no idea. From the second you get in that queue, you're in the experience, you're going through the tunnels, and then you got Rey and BB-8, and then you go through and you're on the ship, and then you're
captured.
Stormtroopers everywhere, and you're looking out into space, and
then you're on a rescue mission.
And I know that the ride itself, everything doesn't always go smoothly, and sometimes Kylo isn't Kylo, and the turrets haven't been going off for a long time, I guess. But I think one thing, like, because Brandon and Heidi, they had a really bad experience on their first time. Like, none of it worked, and it was like kind of a mess. But the first time we rode it, literally everything
worked perfectly. No, everything worked. No. Other than
Kylo didn't work.
So the
very first time we rode it, Kylo didn't work, but we didn't know. And then the second time we rode it, Kylo did work, and we were like, oh my god, like, what's going on? So I think we just had like such a good experience because we didn't know anything about it, and again, like, we didn't even know we missed Kylo. Yeah. And then it was like even more exciting the second time. Yeah. And so like, and you're like really scared when you're on that ride, like the first time, and you don't know what's going on. You got like bullets flying,
crazy.
And there's like holes in the wall, and it's just like it's the craziest ride. It's so much fun.
I wish I put that second.
That's my number 2.
I know, it's so good. It's just
like it's almost my number 1.
It's an experience, yeah.
I think the reason it's not my number 1 is because it doesn't run smoothly every time, and like there are issues with it. Where Guardians. Yeah, I don't know. It would be closer. It would be more of an argument for me. I don't know if Guardians would still take it over. Probably, but yeah. That's my
I think the reason I put Flight of Passage as number 2 is because I feel like as how am I even going to justify putting this? I feel like with Flight of Passage, every time I ride it, I get like emotional, and I don't know why. And it's just like beautiful. It's a beautiful ride to go on. I feel like I love the, like, I just love it. I love the Banshee. I love feeling like you feel the breath of the Banshee, and like it's so simple, but like it's so it's so simple, but it's so well done, and like I love it. I feel like I am flying on the back of a Banshee for, you know, the duration of the ride. And sorry, I'm boring you, Austin.
No, I'm crying over here.
But I don't know, it's just so good. I love Flight of Passage. I also feel like too, because like growing up, like as a young little child, Soarin' was my favorite ride, so I feel like that also has a draw to me. Like that Flight of Passage, because it's just like that one step up from Soarin', I feel like. So I feel like that's also why I like it a lot.
And the pre-show is pretty good.
I think the pre-show is great. Brandon hates the pre-show. I think the pre-show is fine. This is a conversation of every day when we were at Disney. Yep. Okay, ready? Number 3. I'm wondering what you have. 3, 2, 1, Rise.
Safari
of the Resistance. Oh, okay.
I absolutely adore the Safari. Like, it is so much fun. It's so much fun. I love the Safari. Okay. I just do. It's so relaxing and fun, and you just sit there and you're getting told, and you can see the animals, and I love going like in the morning or like right before close, and like it's so much fun.
I feel like my problem with the Safari, and I've been open about this before, is that if you have a bad tour guide, or if you have a bad child on your bus, what is it, a vehicle, your Safari vehicle, it really pulls me out. Like,
yeah, and it doesn't bother me.
I know, and I think that's just a me problem.
So upset with like there's a kid or something going, like if there's a situation.
Yeah, no, the kid situation really pulls me out. Like I think it's because I have like a real, like, I just get really anxious. So I feel like when I hear, you know, the Safari driver say, please stay seated, I'm like, what is this kid behind me doing? Is it standing up? Is it looking out? Is it gonna fall out? Is a lion gonna eat it? Like, I don't want to deal with that. And I just feel like, you know, be respectful. Be respectful to your cast members. And
okay, fair. Stop crapping on my ride.
But I will say, when Gracie gave us our tour, that was the best safari I have ever had in my life. So if Gracie could give me every single safari, then I would rank it in my top 3 for sure. Okay, I have an honorable mention because
What did you say?
Pardon me? My third? Rise of the Resistance.
Oh.
I have an honorable mention because I just feel like, because of course Cosmic Rewind is going to be a favorite, I was just like allowing myself an honorable mention. But I said Tower of Terror because I love Tower of Terror. It is so fun. You never know what you're going to get on Tower of Terror. I just always remember the first time my mom and I ever went on that ride, we had no clue. We thought it was just a one and done, and holy moly, we were like, sorry, I had a full memory card. But yeah, no, it's just like, you're just taken out and you're like, what the heck is going to happen? And every single time you ride, there is literally no way that you are going to predict what is happening on that ride. Ever. If you can, you're a psychic, because like they're literally like you always are like, oh, it's bound to go down again. No, we're going up. Like you're like, oh, we're at the top for sure. You're going up again. It's like, what the heck is happening?
Yeah. Tower would be my bonus.
Your bonus, yeah.
Tower and Flight of Passage. Those would be like my next two. I know I didn't put.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, there's so many things, so many fun things at Disney. All right, now we're on to the randoms. So we allowed ourselves 5 things to say for the randoms because it literally can be anything. It can be an experience. It can be a thing that we do. It can be a show. It could be a parade. Like anything in Walt Disney World we can say. So these are going to be very random. So.
And I don't know if mine are ranked. I think it's just like.
Yeah, I don't think mine are ranked either, actually.
Like
mine are just 5 favorites that I have. Okay, ready? We'll just do the same thing anyways. We'll do 3, 2, 1.
Happily Ever After.
Do musical review. The reason I put this in random is because I do not think that the food is, like Austin said, like it's nothing extravagant. Like it's very good, but it's nothing extravagant. So I'm just like, I wouldn't put it in a restaurant category, but because of the show, like truly you're going for the show. Like that is, I feel like the draw of Hoop-Dee-Doo, and the show is amazing.
I mean, if the food was bad, you wouldn't go. Like the food is good.
I mean, yeah, I guess that is true. Like I'm not saying it's bad.
No,
like,
I know. I'm just saying, like you're like, I wouldn't say that it's only the show you're going for. Like you wouldn't go if it was bad food.
Yeah,
the food is like solid.
But the show is a huge draw.
Yeah.
It's a huge add-on to this experience. So that's why I put it as a random, because I feel like it is more of a experience. What did you say?
Happily Ever After.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because it's the best fireworks show.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. It's emotional.
It's not even up for debate.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yep.
Sorry, everybody.
I'll talk about it in a minute. 3, 2, 1. Pin
Mickey's
trading.
Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Oh, look at that. I said pin trading because pin trading is my favorite thing to do at Walt Disney World. If I could go to Walt Disney World and not go into a single park, I could still pin trade as much to my little heart's desire, and I would be content. And I love pin trading. I love pin trading that I can do it at home. I love pin trading. I just love it. I love pins so much.
Yep. And we love Mickey's Not So Scary. And I don't know if you're going to talk about it later as well, but
you can say your pitch now.
So Mickey's Not So Scary because we just love it so much. It's like our favorite
you roping me. You don't be roping me into this. This is yours.
Okay, but it is our favorite event. All the costumes and the like fun characters walking around and like trick or treating, the overlays on the rides, like you get the Dark Space Mountain and the live actors and pirates, and like the parade is obviously, well, not obviously, but it's our favorite parade.
Oh no, it's obvious. It should be everybody's favorite parade.
Yeah, like there's just so much about it, and then like also just the fact of like doing parties is cool because if you want to do it a certain way, you can not have a park ticket that day and kind of have a rest morning, but then you can still go into the park at like what, 4 o'clock?
I think so, something like that.
So you still have like 4 o'clock till what, the party ends at 12 or something like that?
Midnight, baby.
So you still have like almost a full day of time to like go in the parks and do that. So it's like a really good way to kind of break up your trip, and then also get to experience like
it's so fun.
Different, like unique thing that not everyone gets to experience. So,
yep.
I don't know.
For sure.
Love Hot Mickey's Not So Scary.
For sure. Okay, number 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Happily Ever After.
Our pin box unboxing video experience.
That's gonna make me cry.
Because what always...
That is so fun.
That should have been on your list.
Oh,
because
that's so nice.
What always happens when we go is we'll be having like so much fun and whatever, but then we'll get to a point where we get tired or start getting sick, or we're having
oh my god, don't put it in the internet. We are not getting sick again.
We're not getting sick. But we'll be having we'll be really tired, or you know,
you get
it's
to that
really
point
busy
of your trip where you're like,
yeah, it's really busy and all the lines are really long, and we're like, do we want to wait 75 minutes to do this ride, whatever, blah blah blah. So we just say we're just gonna go back, and then we stop at the gift shop and we get too many pin boxes, and then we go back to the room and we sit down and we open the pin boxes, and then we just relax for the night. And it's so nice because it just gives us like a little reset, and then we get up the next morning and everything's good, and it's just it's a very fun time when we do that.
I'm crying because you said that. That's just so nice, because I always thought that was just like a me, like I always thought that Austin just like went along with that, like he was just like, he just, you know, entertains me for that, but like truly it is so fun to do that. I love that. I love that you said that. I just said happily ever after because there's no show that makes me so emotional. I mean, maybe that moment just right there made me as emotional, but holy moly, emotional city, happily ever after. When I watch happily ever after, I'm just taken out. I even think about happily ever after. If I hear that song on the day to day, I cry, and I just love happily ever after so much, and I just feel like we just have so many emotional ties to it, and I just love it so much. And one day Disney will take it away for good, and like it's just like, you know, it's gonna happen at some point, and I just feel like while it is here, I will watch it as many times as I possibly can physically. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I love happily ever after. Okay, ready? Number 4, 3, 2, 1. Mickey's Not So Scary.
Mickey's Planet Watch / Animators Experience. And I wrote an Animators Experience first because that's like, that is like my favorite thing to do while we're there. But I'm going to put Rafiki's in general because like, even like the train, like you take the train over and then you see like the behind the scenes buildings where like the elephants are, like you just kind of get that like cool glimpse into backstage. And then you get there and there's like the animals outside, like the little petting zoo thing, and then you have the animators experience there, and then there's also like you can watch like the vets if they have any like animals there too. So like there's like just like a lot of cool things, and it's really fun because it's not busy and it's like a nice cool thing to do. You can kind of like get some AC and kind of relax for a couple hours if you want to just like have a more relaxing time of the day. Because
they do a thing where they teach you to draw different animals, different Disney animals while you're there. That's like the animators thing that Austin's talking about. And they do it every 30 minutes. So, and like the thing takes about 20 minutes. So you really could spend like a couple hours there if you wanted to just keep going back into it. It's great. It's so fun. And I really feel like we don't prioritize it enough for you. And we really need to do it more often, because I always feel bad because it's always like, we always just end up leaving Animal Kingdom, and it's like, we just need to stop doing that.
It's okay. But it is fun. I do really enjoy doing it.
It's a special fun little thing that we get to do.
Because it also feels kind of like a hidden gem kind of thing.
Oh,
where, like,
totally.
I'm sure a lot of people know about it and like do it and whatever, but even us, like, we like it so much and we don't even go that often. So like when we go, it's just like, it's so
fun.
Nice.
And you get the petting zoo there too. So fun.
Yep.
I was just gonna say just quickly about Mickey's Not So Scary. I feel like it is, like, obviously I've literally never done any other ticketed event at Disney World, but I just feel like it is the one that is so worth it. Like, I just feel like the amount of value you get of doing the Halloween party is so fun. I feel like the time of year is the best time to go. And like, I would say, like, we've never done it where it's been like really close to actual Halloween. Like, we always do it in either August or September. We've done it once in October. We went once in October, like early October, but have we?
Yeah, I don't know if we have.
I don't know if we have. I think maybe we have only done it in August and September. I can't remember. But either way, we don't ever do it really close to Halloween, so I don't really know how busy it really truly gets. But like when you go, like, it is just the best, and it's like you you really do like get to go on rides easy, and like you get to eat some really fun, cool food, and the trick-or-treat trails are so much fun, and you get so many candies, and then you get to have them for the rest of your trip. You can just get to munch on them in your hotel room, and yeah, it's just so fun. And
then like we do also like, I always think about, when I think about the Halloween party, is we have like a really fun, well, you have a really fun memory from the Halloween party when you met Brer Rabbit.
Yeah.
And you were dressed up as him.
Yeah.
And he like came running, and you guys were like skipping down the street.
Cute.
And like, so there's just like cool moments that can happen with like characters that you don't always get to see. Which is also cool.
So fun. My only gripe with the Halloween party, I will say, is that they changed the fireworks. And I just don't think the fireworks are super worth it to watch. Like, there are definitely ones that, like, you can, I feel like that you can kind of just skip. Like, you could watch them from somewhere else, you know? But yeah, I love the Halloween party so much.
Yep.
Okay, ready? The last favorite.
This is a random.
This is random.
Yeah, it's a random thing.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. The Skyliner.
The Disney bubble.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's my, and everyone will understand what I'm saying who's been there. But the second that you get on, I guess, Mears now, and you go through and you see the Welcome to Walt Disney World sign, that's it. You don't know what's going on anywhere else. You don't care what's going on anywhere else. Yeah. You don't hear about what's going on anywhere else. Yeah. Like, you're just there, and everything is meant to keep you there and in the feeling of being there. Yeah,
at least we do. Like, we check out. Like, we are like, we do not check our phones. We do not, like, it is like strictly Disney time. Like, you are running on Disney time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So it's just like that whole feeling kind of thing. Yeah. It's kind of like a cop-out to say as like a
No, I feel like that totally is a favorite. Just because we always say, everybody always asks me, what's your favorite part about going to Disney World? And I say, I just love being there. Like, you know. But I just said the Skyliner because I think the Skyliner was such a valuable thing for Disney World to include in their parks. Like, truly, it is just crazy how smooth it works, how well they're able to friggin' pump people through. I love that it runs all day. You can use it for free if you just want to jump on there and go to all your different resorts. Like, makes going to different resorts so easy. Like, for reservations, if you want to go eat at other places, like other resorts, makes it so easy. It's like an extra thing you can do on an off day. It really is just the best. And especially if you were staying on a Skyliner resort, the quickness that you can get to parks is incredible. Like, it truly cannot be beat. Like Monorail, I know Monorail, you get to the parks fast, but like the Skyliner is just, to be able to stay at a value resort and get to a park in like 15 minutes, like your maximum is like 15, maybe 20 minutes. Like, that is amazing.
And you're not sitting or standing on a bus with 800 other people like this against you. Like,
no.
Like, most of the time, you and your party get your own, like,
unless it's, like, early in the morning, right at Park Hop, or, like, right at close. Like, those are the only times where I would say they put you with other people. But, like, we have never been in a thing where we were, like, because I think the maximum amount of people they can have in one of those gondolas is like 10 people.
It's 10 or 12, I think.
I have never in my life have they ever put 10 people in a gondola when we've been there. Like, I think the most it's been is like, have we had 8 maybe before?
Probably, yeah.
Maybe 8. But like, they don't.
But not often.
Yeah, no, it's nothing that is ever.
It's the best transportation.
And I will say, the little, that little sound that it makes is like epitome Disney for me. Like, when I hear that sound, I was like, oh my gosh. Other than now, because Austin has made it his ringtone. So I hear it on a day-to-day basis, which I am not complaining about. But it truly, like, when I hear it, I'm like, oh, we're in Disney World. Like,
and then like, even like a small thing, but like at night taking the Skyliner is really cool because you get to see like space, like if you time it right. Like, well, even just in general, like Spaceship Earth's all lit up, so if you're going by there, like, it just looks cool. Yeah. If there's fireworks going on while you're on the Skyliner, it's like super. Like,
fireworks is pretty magical on the Skyliner. It's pretty cool.
So like, there's just so many like little things that make it so much fun. Yeah. And I didn't put it on, but everyone knows like it's one of my favorite like things.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. This is going to be a freaking long video. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This was really fun to kind of just chit chat Disney and talk about our favorites, because I feel like the last time we've ever talked about favorites has been like a really long time ago. So yeah. I feel like a lot of these things have changed just because we've gone way more times than we have. So yeah, it's pretty fun. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment down below on some of your Disney favorites. Go check out Brianna and Cory's video if you've never seen their video before. Again, this was totally inspired by them. They were the ones that kind of did this whole video in the first place, and Brianna was like, I want to see you guys do it. So we did it. So go check out their video, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for some more Disney content in the next little while, because I have been having the Disney bug recently. We
last night started going over some tentative plans, like just like what we want to do for our next trip. So
yeah, so it's developing. It's gonna take a while. Don't think we're going anytime soon, but we're getting into the Disney spirit again, so it's really nice. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.